So you probably know that Tim Cook will be stepping down as the CEO to become chairman. He took Apple from 350 billion to 4 trillion valuation, which is a big feat on its own. Now our focus is on Ternus, the upcoming CEO. We know that Ternus has been at Apple for over 25 years. He has been working and part of exciting products that we all love, the iPhone, the Mac. Apple really focuses on hardware. Let's say when you use a computer, when you use a PC from any other brand, and then when you use a Mac, you can see the finer details in the hardware. For example, the trackpad, the keyboards, to the build quality, to the way it feels in the hand and the user experience. Apple really focuses on that. And we know that Ternus has been part of the team that's been helping and building all this incredible hardware that we all love, like the MacBooks, the Vision Pro. But all of this in this AI age that we're in isn't really convincing enough. You see, Apple has been in the back foot when it comes to AI. They announced the Apple Intelligence, they never really came through. We all know that Siri is, well, Siri. So when it comes to a power shift, it would actually make sense if Apple was focusing on a guy that has all those strengths. But here's the twist though. During the gold rush, people that made more money were not the gold miners, but were actually people that were selling shovels to the gold miners. So if you think about it, Ternus, Senior Vice President of Hardware, becoming Apple CEO is actually an AI strategy. Well, for example, we all know that Mac Minis and MacBook, an older version of MacBook Pros, have been on demand when it comes to running large LLMs and AI agents. And if you don't know what an AI agent is, it's a software program that can act on its own, open your emails, generate emails, send emails, all of that stuff, and running locally on your computer. So your computer provides the infrastructure or the environment for this agent to work on. So think about this, or the Mac Mini or older version MacBook Pros that cost around 700 to 1,500, designed for general use, is now being used as AI computing infrastructure. And it wasn't by design, this has just happened by default. We know that Mac Minis have been on demand when it comes to running AI agents, especially Claude and Mac Mini, which is a combination that has been going pretty viral on social media platforms. So this means that Apple becomes the backbone of all this AI. Instead of competing with OpenAI and building ChatGPT or with Anthropic and building Claude, Apple is becoming the infrastructure hub that all these AI companies will eventually run to. And what better person to make CEO than the guy who's been at the forefront of making this hardware and these chips that Apple is very great at. And also, you know that Apple has been making more money on services than they have on hardware. Like, a new CEO brings about a lot of different things, a lot of innovations. We're all excited to see what Ternus is going to bring forth into Apple, especially the announcement of the Apple Fold. It feels as if Apple is playing to their strengths, which is hardware. We've seen the MacBook Neo. So Tim Cook built the supply chain that made Apple a $1 trillion company, and Ternus is going to build the AI infrastructure that will keep Apple there. So while everyone else is running in the race, Apple is actually playing a different game, and I wonder if they can actually pull it off with their new CEO. And if you found this useful, drop a comment below and click the subscribe button. This has been the Take Behind, and until the next video, stay blessed.